How y'all doing, family? This is Herbalist Kareem, and I have a special guest, Sakina, Herbalist Sakina, and she's before I let her take the reins, um, I get excited. You guys know that. Those that have been following me for a long time, you know that one of my major love languages is teaching someone to fish. And if they, come back and they start teaching others how to fish, and they know how to fish, and they're like teaching me how to fish, that just warms my heart. So another one of them from one of my peers from the herbalist course, she has taken it by storm. Not only has she got her own website completed, a business store. See, this is different. So you probably don't understand that when you have a website, you have a store. It's just that yours is global, it's worldwide. So the brick and mortars are nothing wrong with those, but they're kind of old school. They're kind of going out, and you really don't make it. You don't reach as much. You kind of reach people in your area. So full-fledged store. She has her website. She has her Facebook, social media. She has her YouTube going. So you'll see that down below in that description. All her information will be down below to contact her. And also, she has her products in stores. Now, I might butcher the names, and she's gonna correct me later, but I'm gonna say it right now. If I get it right, Mbika store is in North Augusta, South Carolina, and also we have in Vila, like Fila, in Vila, no, in Fila. That's it. Have I got it right? Okay, she said it right. In Fila, that is in Augusta, Georgia. So two different states. I know it sounds weird. North Augusta, South Carolina, and then the other one is Georgia, Augusta. But she got her products in stores. So when you meet someone that is trying to assist, her strong points is taking care of the children. She has a long story history. I'm not going to rob her of her stories because she had a long journey on why she got here and wanted to become a natural healer and share with the world. So I'm just a part of her journey, and I really appreciate that I'm a part of her journey because she's already great. She's just gonna be greater. But also, she deals. Not only does she deal with the children, she deals with the people that deal with eczema. Okay. So I know individuals that dealt with that. She has a story to tell with that. She has a story to tell when you're dealing with individuals that have hair loss. All you women and you ladies that have been dealing with Kareem and my team trying to get us to create a product, she has a product that deals with the hair and that brings it back. She's going to tell that too. And also there's a particular product that is dear to me that I ordered. I think I ordered a couple products from you, didn't I? Or just that one? Might have been more than one.
I just remember you ordering the allergy defense for your son.
This allergy defense. So we ordered that because I have a son that deals with he has issues with it ain't really issues. To me, it's the food. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put nothing on my baby boy because I know him. That's my son. And certain foods spikes his allergies. And also he also when he goes outside, if it's too much pollution, allergies. When he took my wife gave it to him and she was gonna probably have it. She has it on the website. He ain't been having no issues. So also I believe we even gave it to him when he was dealing with his eczema because he was itching a little bit because instead of just giving your children always Benadryl, because that is her go-to because he itching right away, that'll knock it out in like a less, couple of hours. But this right here, it did the same thing. So you might want to check out that individuals that don't want to always give your children Benadryl. So I get you. So we kind of use both at the same time. And of course, I have one of my little private ones that I use. This is off the subject, so we ain't gonna talk about that one. But we have like 3 or 4 different things in my arsenal that we use when dealing with that itchy, and hers is now in our arsenal. So please head over to our website and check out the things we're dealing with. She has a Herrera thing, but I was focused on the hair formula as well as the allergy formula for the kids is because that's what I needed. So you can go to her website and check out what you need. And I do also know that with the hair, my bad, I didn't need that for the hair, but I needed someone that I could send our customers to because a lot of people I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people be lying when they talk about getting your hair back and they formulas. Now I'd had one personally that I made for my wife and it works. But to make a big bulk of it, I ain't ready to do all that. But this young lady has a story to tell. But I'm so happy about you, Shakina. You came out in the class. You are among many that's about to come, and those that have already came. Now you stepped out. She finished and completed everything. So please support her on her website. The description below. I'm pretty sure I put it down there so you can see it. Go support her. Go check her out. She's not leaving. She's in here for the long haul. Don't you want some of us that during this times right now that's going on to be able to reach out to those that can help us and assist us? And here we got another one. That's why I came up with the course for people like her. So anyways, I'm going to take it over to you. I didn't talk enough. It's your turn. Tell us, start wherever you want to start. I'm going to just sit here and listen like everybody else. And I'm going to, I'm going to enjoy this conversation. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss.
Okay. So I guess the question I get asked the most is how did I get started in with natural healing? And there's actually several answers to that. The first one, first way I got started is I well, I am a former bodybuilder. I used to do figure competitions. So when I was training for my competitions, of course, as you know, my body started to transcend. People in my office were just in awe. They were amazed. They were wanting to know how did I do it? What was I taking? They were coming to me for fitness advice. And before I knew it, they were also coming to me for health advice. And at that time, I did not consider myself to be a health expert or anything like that. So, since I was also at that time trying to cure my own body of asthma, but let me retrace just a little bit. Also, during the time I was competing, I also was suffering from asthma and allergies. And I worked for the VA regional office. And there was a young lady who worked with me, and she was very concerned about me taking the inhaler. And she would always tell me about, the side effects. And I would always tell her, it's like, well, I have to take it. I have to breathe. I'm like, what's the side effect of not being able to breathe? And her answer was, you still need to do some research to find out why you need it. She said it's just allergies. That's all it is. You need to find out why you have these allergies. So, in the process of training to compete in these figure competitions and trying to find out why I had asthma, doing my own personal research because the doctors, of course, was just giving me the inhaler. The inhaler did have a lot of side effects. It made me jittery, it made me nervous. Whenever I took it, I would just have to make sure that I didn't have to do anything for a while. I was afraid to drive because I would just be so nervous and so shaky after taking it. So, in the process of trying to find out trying to get off the inhaler and trying to heal myself naturally of asthma, I started purchasing books, Natural Healing, Natural Remedies, and that's pretty much how I initially got started. So a lot of times when individuals would ask me certain questions, or I would see a person had a certain issue and I was like, oh, well, this is just because of that, or this is just because of that, because I may have, learned something during my studies. And people pay more attention to you than you realize. So by me just offering this advice and this information, other people start coming to me. So before long, I was not only the fitness expert in my office, I was also the health expert. So and this went on for quite a while. I really got into it. I started learning. The more you get into it, the more you learn. You start learning about different healers. I ran across Herbalist Kareem page at one time and learned so much about him. Different herbalists, they recommend different books, and before I know it, I'm just all in, everything natural, changing diet, just learning different things, and and at my job, I really wasn't fulfilled. I knew that I wanted to do something. I knew that I wanted something where I helped people. I knew that I just didn't know what. And I was already, like I said, I was already I was already considered not only the fitness expert at my job, but the health expert also. So when Herbalist Kareem announced that he was doing an herbal course, I was like, that's it. This is the answer to my prayers. This is what I'm doing already, is just connecting the pieces together. So I took his course, and I learned so much. And right towards the end of the course, when it was close to graduating, I um I prayed. I'm a spiritual person, and I asked God to guide me in assisting His children and in assisting them in their health journey. And shortly after I did that, I began to have the worst flare up with eczema and psoriasis
Mm.
I had ever witnessed in my life. Or now, according to family, even though this was the worst I have ever seen in my life, I did have it really bad as a child. I actually was born with digestive issues, and at 9 months old, I was diagnosed with eczema. And throughout my journey, I remember dealing with it as a child. I remember having it on my arm, my hands. I remember going to, I don't know if you guys remember Dr. Atkins Nutritional Center. That was real popular. My parents took me there. They took me to various herbalists, natural healers. And so they did what they could, to help me reverse this issue. So as I got older, well, not as I got older, but as I'm dealing with, as I said this prayer and I'm dealing with my own issues, it causes me to really, really want to deal with children and really, really assist the parents in not only just treating their symptoms, but reversing it. So they don't end up like me, being in their late 40s and dealing with issues that they were, practically born with or diagnosed with as an infant. So, like I said this prayer, I asked for guidance, and we all know that experience is the best teacher.
Yes.
Yes. So I learned so much during this course, dealing with my home health journey. And I actually have some pictures, to share with you guys. Like I said, I had eczema and psoriasis, this outbreak from my Rudy to my Tootie, from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. No part of my body escaped. In addition to having the eczema psoriasis all over my body, I had other symptoms. I had to deal with dizziness. I developed heat sensitivity. There was one point where my tear ducts stopped working. I can feel the water filling up in my eyes, but it would not run. The water would not come out. My voice, I dealt with a voice change. Um, I developed alopecia on over 90% of my body, including, my edges. All my edges fell out, not just the front, but the sides and the back too. And I didn't even realize I had lost my size in the back of my hair until my my stylist, she told me. And all of this could not have happened at a worse time, because it happened like right when COVID got really bad. So one, it's hard to get to see a doctor, and a lot of people, even though I'm working to reverse my own illness, how family and friends could be, go see a doctor, go see a doctor. Well, it's like, this is during COVID time. Doctors wasn't really, seeing people. I really couldn't take care of my own hair. I couldn't get to the stylist anymore because, of COVID. So this was really a really rough time trying to deal with this issue. And so when I started out, prior to this happening to me, I had rid myself of a lot of different symptoms that I had. A lot of symptoms, I reversed them, and I was able to help a lot of people too. So me reversing a lot of symptoms in myself and me helping a lot of other people, I hate to say it, but it gave me a false sense of reality, because I'm thinking, yeah, I can do this. I know how to reverse illnesses. I know what to do. And I was really big on, a name you guys, most of you probably know is Dr. Savy. I was really big on him, and no disease can be reversed until the colon is cleansed. And I'm like, yeah, all I got to do is just cleanse my colon and I am good to go. So I started taking the colon cleanse, and whoa, no, no, no. It really got bad. It just brought all that stuff to the forefront even more. And that's when I learned you do need to cleanse your colon, you do need to detox, but you have to be healthy enough to even do that. You don't just jump in and start cleansing your colon. You just jump in and start taking these detoxes when there's something already going in. A detox is really should be like for maintenance. And I remember Herbalist Kareem when he was talking about a liver cleanse, I believe it was, and he was talking about, maybe do one once a quarter or something like that for maintenance. And I was like, what does he mean maintenance? Okay, I learned really quick when I was going through my own journey, exactly what that meant. So during my journey, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot, but then I learned a lot as well. Because as I said, experience is the best teacher. And if it's okay with Kareem, I would like to go ahead and like share some of the pictures with you all, just so you all can see. So am I able to share my screen? Okay.
Let me see.
So no, it's disabled right now.
How do I do that? We live, y'all. I mean, we doing this video, but there you see how so much I got other people that run the show. I don't even know how to do it. So how do I think I click on
You know what? I had to help someone with that before. I had to Google it for her. So
there we go. I see it. Okay.
Let
me see. I'm gonna make you co-host so you can take care of business. There you go. Is it allowing you to do what you do, or is it asking you to?
Let's see. Let me see again. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So give me just a second to. I created a folder just for this, and don't think I realized how many folders were actually on my desktop. So you know what? I don't even recall what I named the folder now. Please be patient with me.
Is it the one over there that says eczema?
It probably is, but yeah, for some reason I'm getting lost in the sea of folders. Is it to the right or to the left?
Yeah, it's all the way by itself. It looked like you might have just created it. You might not be able to see it because the way your desktop is, but
you know what? Maybe it's being covered by. Yeah, it was being covered by me sharing my screen. Okay. So I didn't expect for all of the pictures to just show at one time, but like I said, I developed one of the symptoms that I also developed during this was edema. So I am going to, so you can see right here in my neck, just how bad it got. This is one of the symptoms, and my neck is like actually leaking. And I had this, pretty much throughout my body. And a lot of times I would just be so cold because my skin was just always leaking. And here's another one of my leg. So I also mentioned that I developed alopecia. So you can see here where I lost my hair. You can also see here where it's on my face, it's in my eyes, it's in my neck, it was in my ears, it was just all over. And like I said, this was something that I was diagnosed with at 9 months old. And even though I was diagnosed with 9 months old, I was born with a digestive disorder. And I really feel had that digestive disorder been reversed, I never will have developed eczema. So this is why I'm really my heart is for the children because they need it the most. And this is the only generation of children who are not expected to outlive their parents. This is the only generation of children who have diseases that we normally see in elderly. So I'm just really passionate about our children. And you can see here again how the hair, this eczema psoriasis has eaten out my hair. It's on the sides, it's in the back. And what I focus on in healing my hair, what a lot of people don't realize is that your hair, when you lose your hair, it has to be healed from the inside. You know, and unless there's something physical you're doing to your hair, if you're, you know, over processing it or something like that, then yeah, you want to stop doing that. If you're using the wrong products, then yeah, you want to stop using the wrong products. But 9.9 times out of 10, if you're suffering from hair loss, it has to be healed from the inside. So the thing that, you know, I mainly did for my hair was continue to heal my body from the inside. And I also I made a formula for my hair that, you know, that is now on my website, you know, by popular demand. Um, and I will talk about that later. I mentioned that one of the other symptoms I had was dizziness, and one time I got dizzy, I passed out. You can see this big knot right on my eye. So I got dizzy and passed out. I had a lot of swelling. You can see on my feet, they're swollen. You can see the eczema and psoriasis on my feet. You can see it on my legs here. You can see how, you know, sometimes it itched so bad until I scratched the skin off. And of course, you know, at this time, my skin was so compromised, it didn't take a lot, you know, it didn't take a lot to scratch the skin off. And as a child, a lot of my family members have stories. Like I said, I developed eczema when I was 9 months old. I had it throughout my childhood, not quite as bad as I did an adult. But I remember my family said that they would always tell me to stop scratching. And they said, I would always say, well, it itches. I just wanted to let you know, if you have a child or an adult or something that's dealing with eczema, it's not just the skin that's itching, it's the tissues, it's the cells. That itch goes like almost like it's going straight to your bones. It's just an uncontrollable itch. So unless you have a solution for someone, telling them not to scratch is not going to do it. And this is another picture here. You can see it in my face. You can see it really good in my neck. That just how bad it was. Like I said, it was from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And I think I pretty much shared, you know, you can see on my hand just how wrinkly and loose my skin was. My skin kind of reminded me of one of those puppies that has the real loose skin. I can't remember what they're called right now, but that's just kind of what it reminded me of. And keep in mind, all of this happened around COVID. So it was, even though I didn't have COVID, I just kind of felt that like maybe people would be afraid of me or something if they saw this. So I was kind of grateful for the mask. This picture here, where you see the dots, because another symptom I had is I got really dark. As you can see by my face, the one I showed on my face, you can see how on the bottom of my face and my neck how dark it was. So on this picture here, you can see the little like dry spots. This is my color finally starting to come back. And so a lot of times when people get eczema, their skin gets really, really thick. And it's kind of like the melanin is overproducing or something. I'm not, you know, really, I still have my theories on that. I'm still researching for answers, and I'm also still praying, you know, for guidance. See, here's the picture again. You can see the part of my face here, the color, and then you can see just how dark it is down here. So for the most part, my entire body just got extremely dark. So those are the pictures that I wanted, you know, to share, just to show people just how bad that it got. So I'm trying, do I stop sharing now, Kareem? Is that how that works to get the screen back to normal?
Yes, you hit stop sharing.
All right, there we go. We're back to normal now. So I shared that, just to let people know that this issue can be reversed. I know a lot of people are dealing with it. I know a lot of people are being told that it's something you have to deal with for the rest of your life. There is, no cure for it. That is not true. Maybe the doctor or maybe the dermatologist just treating you, maybe he or she doesn't know how to cure it. Maybe he or she does not know how to reverse it, but it can be reversed. I'm a living witness. Though I'm still healing, you can see for the most part the color is back. My neck is one of the last areas to heal, but the color is coming back. You can see, I maybe you can't because of the way I have my hair, but I got my nice thick edges back again. I know edges are
It looked totally different.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Even my stylist, I ended up getting locks just because it was hard for me to take care of my hair. And she is just amazed with how much is growing. I've actually asked her to do a YouTube video with me because she can tell you better than I can. I could not see the back of my hair. And just, when she tells me, girl, when I first went to get locks, I couldn't even get the edges locked because I didn't have enough hair. So, and now not only can she lock it, but I can get it braided, I can get it twisted up. So my hair is growing back, really well. The each individual person is going to be different. And I remember when I was really suffering and I was, finally, told to the class what was going on. And I remember Herbalist Kareem reached out to me and asked me, what are you taking for, supplements? Are you, you getting your selenium, you getting your zinc, you getting this? And I'm like, yeah, that's in sea moss, right? And he was like, no, Sakina, it can't, it's not just going to be, all sea moss. You got to get the nutrients that you need. And Herbalist Kareem was 100% right. What I've learned, through this course, through my journey, is that most illnesses, most diseases, most symptoms are due to a mineral deficiency. A mineral deficiency, yes, and your diet. A lot of times it's hard to know exactly which mineral you are deficient in. So that may be when you may need for someone to work with you or just really, do a lot of research and studying. But Herbalist Kareem, there were like 5 different minerals that, he encouraged me to take. And so I really, really got heavy, into the minerals, once I started learning about it. I really took a lot of minerals to grow my hair back, ladies. I know even with some of my family members, they always like, well, what product can I use on my hair? I went to the beauty supply store and I used this and I used that. And I'm like, that's nice, but a lot of that stuff is just heavy on your hair. I'm like, your hair has to be healed on the inside. There's something going on in the inside. 9 times out of 10, you have a mineral deficiency. There could be something, wrong with your liver. If you've been on a lot of different medications, your liver can be overloaded. That can be doing something to your liver. I'm sorry, something to your hair. And one important thing that I always tell ladies when they want to know why am I losing my hair, why am I having this problem? Like I just stated previously, mineral deficiency is the main reason for illness, sicknesses, and diseases. And according to the USDA, over 95% of us Americans are mineral deficient. So, and what happens when you're mineral deficient, your body is going to distribute whatever little minerals you have to your main organs first, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, whatever is left will go to your hair, skin, and nails, which, if anything at all, which is why so many of us are suffering from hair loss or suffering from skin issues. I don't know if that's minerals.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just clowning, but yes.
But by popular demand, I do have a product for that. It's called Hair Nutrients. It is on my website. Had I been thinking, I would have showed you guys the product while I was sharing my screen. But I I don't know if you guys could see
We
it.
can
Now
see it
that's
clearly. Hair nutrients.
yeah, hair nutrients, kind of like cell nutrients or cell food or something like that. It's food for your hair. But as I put on my description, whether you have hair like Rapunzel or it's good for everyone. There's 14 different herbs in there. And the main thing is getting nutrients in your body. This product has 14 different herbs and it has licorice root, yellow dock root, the yellow dot root is to address any liver issues that you may have. It has almond powder, which is a DHT blocker. For many of you who don't know, that's something that's real popular in male pattern baldness and baldness in some women as well. Now, when I created the product Hair Nutrients, I collaborated with a hair care specialist. So it's not just Herbalist Sakina, it's Herbalist Sakina and his hair professional. I didn't have permission to use her name, so I would not. But she, she's a hair care specialist. She specializes in hair loss. And she herself tells her clients that, your hair loss has to be healed from the inside unless there is something physically you're doing to it. She had a daughter that pulled her hair out, she was young. So naturally she had to teach her daughter to stop doing that. But she is the one who recommended I put the almond powder in there. She's the one who explained to me about DHT blockers and mineralization of the hair follicles and things like that. So there are 4 different products in the hair nutrients that she suggested. This product, it has turmeric in it. It addresses circulation, improves circulation. It has bamboo, horsetail powder. These are herbs that are high in silica, which is really good for not only your hair, but your skin and your nails as well. So it's a very good product. It's a very good source. Not only is it good, for the hair, skin, and nails, but it is good as a supplement. Because like I said, mineral deficiency is the main reason for diseases and symptoms. So regardless of whether you may think you need it or not, it's an excellent product for your hair. It's an excellent product, just to get your supplements in, just to supplement your body. So yeah, I don't know if I kind of like went off on a
No,
tangent.
no, you did. You did good. I was see a lot of y'all think Kareem can't be quiet, huh? See, I was quiet the whole time and listen. See, the whole 30 minutes I was silent, but it was difficult because she was talking about some things that was juicy that I wanted to elaborate on. But this is her journey and her story. But I will say this: your skin first. Let me say that right now. Your skin is beautiful. Compared to what them pictures you showed, it's you definitely brought it back. And I before I forget, because it was on my mind, just trying to say it. How can they get in contact with you? Because I know it's people dealing with skin issues with their kids, as well as other people that don't want to really talk about it and share. This is real truth here. You show pictures, you even show, and now you showing the proof. But if somebody's dealing with this skin issue and they dealing with the asthma and they dealing definitely with their hair and the skin and the children, because no one really honestly in a community goes and just targets the kids. They just think, fine, they okay. Oh, they'll be all right. Their teeth was falling out. They get a new set of teeth. Or they can drink the sodas. They'll be fine. Not understanding the addiction that comes with it. How can we get a hold of you? If somebody can get a hold of you right now and have a consultation, how do they do that?
They can go to my website, and when they click on shop, there'll be a button that says consultation, and they can click there to schedule a consultation with me.
Okay, perfect. Now y'all know how to get a hold of her to call. Go blow her up. Go blow her up. I have 2 people that I know personally. I'm not going to say their names because they could be watching this.
Right.
Now, they've been searching for a long time for something to help with their hair. Matter of fact, 3 people. Now, I don't like giving people stuff that's like that I know it's going to take my sweat and tears putting together privately for someone to gather a formula. I'll be working. Believe you would not imagine how many people call up or the email that know me in the family. Hey, can you put this together for me? I got you. I'm gonna pay for it. Just put it together personally for me. I don't do that. That ain't what
Right.
I do. I just don't do that thing. But I want to order. I'm going to order when we get off this line, probably when I'm done with my live stream or whatever. I'm going to make sure that I order 3 of those. But I'm trying to make sure. I know one individual. The other 2 are dealing with the lining, like that right there. Now I already told them what to do. They weren't trying to hear it. I guess because I'm a male. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, they're like, okay, you don't expect. I'm like, okay, well, you know, and I can't get my queen to come out and do her speaking. She's like, that ain't her thing. She stays in the shadows. But for someone like you, I'm not only going to send them to you, and if they don't call you, I'm going to ask this question because I already know them personally. One individual had got their hair damaged from my hairstylist. And because they were our friend, they felt that they didn't want to, you know, they went to the church. They didn't want to out them or sue them. They didn't want to do nothing crazy. I get that. But they just been living their whole life just wearing, you know, stuff that go on top of their hair. So it's cover it up because they don't have anything on their crown. It's not bald, but you know, it's almost like a you know, when the baby's born and they get their first little, they got their little, their fuzz and it's just,
Yeah.
That's what it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to have you perform no miracle, but I don't know if that could come back after maybe the hair follicles or the crown itself underneath the layers of the skin. Maybe this lady just burnt her crown or something. Or something. But I don't know. So I was just, I'm going to try it. She'll try anything, but I'm going to order that for her. And if anybody want to call you up directly, I'm sure you're going to be getting some calls. So I'm giving your number first. So in case these people don't do their due diligence, but go ahead.
I prefer the calls because then I can talk with people about their diet too.
Got you. Yeah. How they eat.
Yes, I mean, because the diet is going to play a major role too. I know, like, especially for me, especially when I was dealing with the skin disorder, I was following, I was on the Dr. Sebi's recommended diet for like 2 years when I got sick. And so I called myself being like, when I, went plant-based, after watching him, I called myself being smart about it. I wasn't doing the Beyond Burgers or anything like that. I called myself being smart about it. But when you give up something major in your diet, you replace it with something else. And I think I replaced mine with a lot of wheat and a lot of grains. Although I was making, my own food, I wasn't, just like I said, I wasn't going buying just something that was vegan, because I knew that just because it was vegan didn't mean it was healthy for me. Mm-hmm. So I did, in my mind's eye was, being a smart vegan, a smart plant-based person, but I did lean towards wheat and grain a lot. And what I learned is that, the wheat and grain is genetically modified now, it's chemically engineered. So a lot of our bodies just can't take it, my body being one of them. In addition to that, as I mentioned earlier, according to the USDA, over 95% of us are mineral deficient. And mineral deficiency is the reason for most symptoms and diseases and illnesses. So what happens, the wheat and grains blocks the absorption of minerals.
Oh, wait. Say that again.
Wheat and grain blocks the absorption of minerals.
And what did they say? What was the percentage of what people?
Over 95%, not 95%, but over 95%.
Did you hear that? And what blocks it? One more time.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What blocks the minerals?
Oh, wheat and grains. Mm-hmm.
I know it hurts, family. I know it hurts because on the vegan. Because vegans and vegetarians, and I'm a witness to that, we go straight to wheat and grains because we don't have no meat. Okay, right. We go straight to the carbs, but everything in there, they have disrespected that lane now. So what you go and I know you're saying, well, what am I gonna eat? It is what it is. You're gonna be eating fruits and vegetables.
I'm actually going to be.
I know that's why the keto community, paleo, they take it off because they still can eat meat. They'll eat the grass fed. But something that doesn't have a lot of chemicals. But vegans and vegetarians, well, we pretty much are eating fruits and vegetables and supplements all day. That's why our skins be looking good, and we be drinking water all the time. We be having watermelon juice. Watermelon. So we have to create new ways. But I'm glad you broke that down. They needed data, and plus the proof is in the pudding. What you done for yourself. I had a question for you too. One last question, because I know you've been going for a long time. Did you, I know you did, but I wanted to expound on it because I know somebody listening and that's dealing with this. I even know some people personally, again, because I know so many people, it's ridiculous, that health issues. But how did you, or not how, but did you heal yourself from asthma?
Yeah.
If y'all want to know how, I guess you're going to have to
I
call it.
reversed it. I reversed it. If I go back to certain foods, it can definitely come back. So what I don't like to say I healed myself. I like to say I reversed it, or I know how to control it. I won't say control it or manage it, but I know how to keep it dormant with diet, if that sounds good.
No, that sounds perfect because
Okay.
reality is, I like, the only reason why I like to say the word heal is because once you are conscious of what is damaging your body, see, you're very, very conscious. You know, you went on a journey since 9 months, and your family member, your mom and dad helped you along the journey, and then you just continue. And now your quest is to help those that are not knowledgeable, like your mom and dad, and then that didn't have the resources to take you to the best places to get some assistance. And you saw the struggle that your mom and dad and others as yourself went through. And you said, like you said, your late 40s, it didn't have to take that long. So, a lot of things, along the journey could have been done differently had you known that, okay, a lot of this is the personally, individually, like you mentioned, everybody is different. Your DNA is different, your genetics different. You're not everybody. I haven't seen a twin yet that look like me. I haven't. So you need to realize that you're different inside and out. So that's why she want to talk to you one-on-one, so she could deal with you on an individual basis. Right. So she can make sure that she knows what you're doing to now have you slow that down or either stop so this can be reversed. So I like your approach. And you are a walking testimony. And I don't really have no more to do. Now you know why I say Mother Nature is your gift to healthy living. You see what she didn't broke down to you? It's all about Mother Nature. So, but you have to know what they're doing to Mother Nature and then selling to you. Okay, so you just have to be conscious of that, and it's all about that. But I also had a question about spirituality, but this ain't gonna be the only one. So I know I can't just jam pack it in this one because I might lose y'all. Is what going on an hour? Y'all probably just already gone already, but I don't want to lose. So we will bring her back because I'm pretty sure some of y'all gonna want us to just talk only about eczema. You might want to only talk about hair and her formula, and then we can bring on and talk about maybe she might start a series or any one of these subject matters. So a lot of reversing. She basically letting you know the major, and that's the last thing I'll say. And she knows she can vouch for this. Didn't I say in the herbalist course that they don't have to get off a week? That's what the danger is. And here it is, she already knew. So she already knew. I just validated. But a lot of people don't realize that. And they're like, no, I've been eating this for the longest. You might be different. Your body could tolerate it. But somebody else, like my son, my queen, and I know my daughter, they gonna start doing this.
Yeah.
And and believe it or not, their eyes, they be like, I don't know why my eye itching. And then it hits them. I don't know what, maybe you can explain that. Why does it hit people? See, there go asking another question. I said, I'm going to be done. That's it. We're going to bring you back. Is it okay if we have you back again when I have some overtime to make sure you can expound on your
Absolutely.
You're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we're
absolutely.
Will not lose you.
Yeah, absolutely. I also deal with stress and anxiety a lot. I believe the stress, with that has a lot to do with that. I even have a series on my YouTube channel addressing stress and anxiety because I feel one's mental health is just as important, if not more important, than their physical health. So I have to deal with, and that's another thing that, when they call me during the consultations, that I'm going to deal with is your mental health. Emotions, toxic emotions. Are you holding on to any guilt? Are you refusing to forgive someone for something that may have happened to you or something like that? So that, and usually, I'm not trying to boast or brag, but usually when I speak to people, they're like, man, I feel better already, even before we get off the phone. And I'm just, grateful to God that He's able to use me that way, to work in people's lives that way, where many of them, feel better before we even get off the phone. So yeah,
That's what it's
that's
all about, showing love and helping people. That's what it's all about. So
absolutely.
on the real, is there anything else? Please, I want to make sure I say it. Please go support her. All the social media links are down there below. I'm pretty sure you've seen them going across the screen. So just go over there and support the young lady. Find out more about her. She's not going anywhere. Go support her YouTube channel. Go support her. My family, my YouTube army, my followers, go over there. Okay. I'm telling you right now, the people that I'm putting out that I've been walking with me and I've been walking with them. This is my army, and I'm with them. We in this together. There's no captains, there's no lieutenants, there's no sergeants, there's no overseers. You know what I'm saying? We are a team. So y'all need to go over there, because one person can't specialize in another area, and I don't have this lockdown like her. So we need to start popping up everywhere to assist each other. So on that note, do you have anything else you want to share and say before you close out?
The only thing I would like to say is, yes, please support my YouTube channel, but I also have a lot of videos on my Facebook page, because I can't go live on YouTube, but I can go live on Facebook. So I use my Facebook a lot to go live. I have, I have something called Move Something Monday on there, where I encourage, people dealing with stress and anxiety to go outside, get fresh air, get vitamin D, and engage in some sort of physical activity. I also have a series on there about children. I also have a series on there about, dealing with stress and anxiety. And you may have to scroll down a little bit to find those videos, but there are some really good information there. And I really encourage people, especially those dealing with stress and anxiety, holding on to guilt, or having a hard time, forgiving someone. Those toxic emotions will eat you up like cancer, and you cannot heal if you have, toxic emotions, if you're dealing with guilt, if you're dealing with unforgiveness. So please look at those videos, and let's heal each other. Let's heal together, one person at a time.
One person at a time. I like that. On that note, we're gonna end it. Thank you very much, Herbalist Kareem and Herbalist Shakina. Y'all take care.
Ta-ta.
Bye bye.